Welcome back for day 2 of the Facebook Fundraiser Challenge. I'm your host, Sandy Reese, and I am here to help you learn how to put together a Facebook fundraiser that generates the kind of revenue that you're looking for. Yesterday, we talked about choosing an ideal ask, and we went through what makes an ideal ask, that it's specific and solvable. Today, we're going to get into a little bit more and talk about the 1,000-word image. Now, you've probably heard that phrase, that a picture is worth 1,000 words. Here at Get Fully Funded, we believe the right picture is worth $1,000. And there's a couple of reasons why. And I'm going to explain those to you so that as you start thinking about the image that you want to use with your Facebook fundraiser, you have an idea of how to pick the right one. Because listen, not all images are created equal. And by the way, when I say image, that may be a photo, it might be an infographic, it could be a drawing, it could be something else. It actually could even be a video. So I want to make sure that you're choosing the right thing. This is not the time to get in a hurry and just randomly pick something because you think it works. There are a couple of keys here that we want to make sure that you get nailed down so that your image does generate $1,000. All right, the first thing is your image needs to magnify, or actually the image magnifies the story. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about the short paragraph that you want to use with your Facebook fundraiser. But today I want you to think about the image. The image needs to tell the story all by itself. So this absolutely cannot be just something that you tack on to the end. It's got to also convey a lot of emotion. You see, fundraising is an emotional act. People give because of what they feel in their heart, and then they will justify it in their head. Now, yeah, there may be some people who think differently. If you're talking to businesses or whatever, that can be a little different. But for most of the people who you're going to be getting in front of on Facebook, this is an emotional decision. Okay, so your image needs to convey the emotion. The image needs to be something that grabs people as they're scrolling by, so they stop and look at the image and their eyes get a little bigger, and before you know it, they're reading the paragraph and then they're reaching for the donate button. So that means you have to choose this image very carefully. Now, I do have some sample Facebook fundraisers in the handouts, and there's a couple of them that you're going to be able to look at and go, I see exactly what you mean. And what you're going to see in a couple of those images is the last part here, what I call eyes and teeth. What in the world do I mean by eyes and teeth? So if your organization serves people, then you need to make sure that the picture that you use is close enough up so that you can see the person's eyes and their teeth. The eyes are the window to the soul. Eyes are where we make an emotional connection. So if you have a child, an elderly person, a couple, whatever it is that you're serving, and this actually works with animals as well. So if your organization serves animals, we need to see that animal close enough up that we can connect with the eyes. So if I'm scrolling through Facebook and I see your picture, I need to immediately stop, look at that, and I need to feel that connection with that animal or that person's eyes, okay? So it's got to be close enough. No basketball team shots. It can't be so far back that we can't tell what's going on in the picture. So as you're thinking about images, as you're thinking about the story that you want to tell, make sure that your image magnifies the story. So it can't just be a bunch of words and then some random picture. You've got to really be strategic about this and plan it out. Image needs to equal emotion. So what is the emotion? If you haven't even thought about that, about what emotion that you need to invoke in order for people to give, you may want to think about that. For most organizations, it's compassion. It might be, if you work in the arts, it might be joy. If you work in environment, it actually might be anger. You want to think about the emotion that you want to invoke and then make sure that the image that you choose pulls that out. So this is not the time to try to put together an infographic by committee where you get 10 different board members who all say, no, 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 it needs to say this, it needs to say that. I would rather just see an image with no words on it that grabs me by the heartstrings as I'm scrolling by. I can connect emotionally with the eyes of the person in the picture, and then I'm interested in reading the paragraph, because that's what's going to happen. The image grabs you first, and then the paragraph. And when you put those together and they're really well done, that's what makes this sort of fundraiser work, and that's what makes all of fundraising work. So here's what I want you to do. Now that you know what your ideal ask is from yesterday, I want you to start thinking about an image that could be worth 1,000 words and $1,000. And once you know what that is, go ahead and drop it in your handouts. There's a place for it there. You can leave me a comment here and let me know what image you chose, or if you want to share that image, go over to the Fundraising for Founders Facebook group and look for the Day 2 thread and post your comment in that thread. You can even share your picture right there with us. That would be awesome to see. All right, go have fun with this. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about that paragraph that goes right with this image so we can keep moving toward launching your Facebook fundraiser this Friday. See you tomorrow.